presume trade with Velia? Heidel's roads, or are you headed to Serendia? May I ask the purpose? Ah, I recognize the Domungot seal. Please head over to the Northern Guard camp. Oh, and there's a wagon that's running behind schedule. I'd appreciate it if you keep an eye out for it on the way.
This is a right mess. Gods above, what's to be done? My little girl, first it was those damn goblins, and now imps are running about with pickaxes. Oh, for the love of... Oh, an adventurer. Oh, you couldn't have come at a better time. If it's not too much trouble, could you gather some logs to fix my wagon? Thieves will pick my wagon clean of wares if I leave it unattended. Please say you help me. I'm sure my daughter's already worried sick about her old man. The quicker I can return home, the better. Yeah, this should be more than enough. I'll get it fixed up quick and head on home. You're headed to Heidel, right? I'd keep an eye... Oh, you'd think that hero taking down Red Nose and Gearth would set things straight. I heard the Northern Guard camp is Iron Sword Arms. If you need it, would certainly be a welcome sight.
By the gods. Hey, you good-for-nothing louts! Call yourselves... Someday, as you can see, since we struck black stone in the mines, those in power, knowingly or not, Look, your lady Jarette...
By Elios, mate! Aye, you do justice to the room.
Wow! To think that fabled adventurer would, for the one who felled the Phantom Knight in a single blow, help us put our troubles in the mud. Can you head into the mine?
With all due respect, sir, the imps are practically brothers to us. We can't betray those we worked alongside for so long, can...
Shut your leaky trap! I'm in command here! Where was I? Felt like I waited forever and a day. Right. I'll get that letter pen right. The Duke of Serendia's seat. Let's see. Right, Alger. If you meet Lady Jarette and the Grand Chief, of course, it'll add weight to your achievements, no doubt. I'm sure. By the gods. Where have all the elite soldiers of Greater Serendia? Hey, you good-for-nothing louts! Call you... you must be the guest Lady Jarette spoke of. Here's your pass. It will allow you entry into Heidel. Someday they'll send me some real fighters. Can't very well make a slug into it. As you can see, it's a bloody mess. Damn those imps. Since we struck Blacks, those in power, knowingly or not, look.
By Elion. Oh,
For the one who fell, help us put our troubles in them.
Wait! You! Don't hit me! I am not as tough as Red Nose! You beat Big Red Nose! Everyone knows you beat him! Please, don't hurt me! Red Nose was wicked, but we're not! We were wrongly punished. We're not against working. We will like it, in fact. But they refused to feed us. We were exploded? No, exported? Exploited! Jemkus made us work without food. Look how weak we've become. If not for the workers who took pity on us, we would have starved to death. We're still so hungry. We have food! Now we work! Imps who don't work don't get food! No, wait. We will be exploited again. Please, stop Jemkus from terrorizing us, like you did with Red Nose. Pay? Like how Red Nose paid? Oh, I knew we could put our trust in you, adventurer. We have food!
Felt like I waited forever and a day for you to return. How did your venture fare? The boss? You're saying you made that beast see reason? Huh? Why are you giving me that look? Well, you know how underpaid government workers are. I'm sure you understand my situation. Ah, right. I'll get that letter penned right away. Got any paper on you? Camp's fresh out. The Duke of Serendia's seal? Why, Elion, you're full of surprises, aren't you? Let's see. Right, I'll just emphasize this bit here. Oh, yes, I'll make sure I remember that, yes. Yes, that should do it. Here you go. If you meet Lady Jarette and the Grand Chamberlain, be sure to let them know old Jemkus has the North well under control. I'd expect more understanding from someone like you. We're all just trying to make our way in the world. It's a pleasure to see you again. I never had the opportunity to thank you for your heroic yes. I heard you resolved many troubles in Balanos. She often felt overshadowed by her sister. There's something I wanted to show you. I've been comparing the observational note.
Recently, with the mining of black stones from the nearby quarry.
So you're Eden's walking relic.
Yes, we promised to mind our manners to outside.
I am being nice. Besides, I've got a feeling we'll see each other a lot more.
All the pumpkins here have transformed.
Don't get too close.
This doesn't bode well.
The widespread appearance of these things seems to coincide with the incident at the stone chamber.
Huh? Is it saying something?
Speaks.
Yes.
It said, our Lord will fulfill our wish. Also, our blood-red Lord lies buried here.
Blood red?
Master?
A symbol of Hexa. Could it be Belmorn? Creator of the Shadow Knights. A name I've not heard in a long time. These events are connected to Belmorn, the king of ancient Hexa.
The Knights of Dawn defeated the king of Hexa and the evil god Kazaka 150 years ago, didn't they? That ancient kingdom lies in ruin, leagues from here. Why would something of Hexa be here in Serendia?
I agree. We should not take this lightly. I shall consult Freyro and Glish.
I'll rendezvous with our society contact, then make my way to Coronda Ridge.
Make certain you do, Orwin. You're the only one who can verify the power of the
Eden, don't underestimate the dangers of Coronda Ridge. Make sure you bring Yaz along to protect you. You'll protect it.
Yaz, honestly, is that necessary? I'd rather fight Belmorn alone, blindfolded even.
Huh? Who needs protecting? I don't want to fight Belmorn. I'll just go with you, Orwin. Oh, hey, Orwin, where are you?
So, adventurer, what is it that brings you all the way to Serendia? Ah, the Golden Lion of Serendia. He's not someone you should overlook. I sense a peculiar energy here, not unlike your Black Spirit. Please tread with caution. I trust you to take care of yourself, but never let the Black Spirit take over.
I heard that you grew taller. Just...
Belmorn, Monarch of Darkness and founder of the Shadow Knights. Impeccable timing. Right after the incident at the Stone Chamber.
Yes, there's likely some connection, but I can't say for certain. Right now, finding a solution takes precedence over pinpointing the cause.
I don't disagree. So, Master Alustin has gone to meet with Freyro.
Indeed. Meanwhile, I'm headed to Coronda Ridge.
Yummy bread.
Please look after Yaz.
Martha, Laffy, hey! That's
So
my
I'm stuck
bread.
with her. I'd rather head to Calpheon.
Oh, my.
Or even fight Belmorn myself.
This one.
Funny. That's exactly what Eden said.
Oh,
why don't we just switch missions and... Huh? Who are you? What do you want?
Ah, we meet again. Aust, this is the adventure I spoke of. Now I really must get going. Bye!
Hold on. There she goes. So, you know Orwin? I've heard a bit about you. Why do you ask? Oh, you're searching for a man in black robes. Not me, I'm afraid. Just a similar fashion sense, I suppose. Still wary of me. Not sure how I can put your mind at ease. Would you like me to turn out my pockets? See? Nothing. Not even enough coin to buy something as expensive as a... That reminds me, since you're acquainted with Orwin, you must know her shy friend as well, no? On the off chance you're good with children, I'll happily pay... Hey! Where are you going? I didn't even tell you how much I'll pay!
Though I did expect you much sooner. As today's a special day, I will let it pass. Adventurer, your timing couldn't have been better. It's starting soon. Such a rare occurrence, you should count yourself lucky. Come now, I do not wish to miss a single moment of him. The royal inspection, a grand opportunity to feast your eyes upon my dearest Jordine's radiant countenance. Now don't give me that look. I know you've no such spectacles of grandeur in a backwater cesspool like Velia. Of course, he is my betrothed after all. He is also... If I pulled him away from his duty every time I wished to see him, the nation of Serendia would all but collapse from his absence. We must be responsible with the lives he and I will one day rule over together. Now let's get going, adventurer. Do hurry, will you? Your memory loss is no excuse to make a lady like myself lead the way. Now go on.
There's not a soul in Serendia who's tougher than me. War's done and dusted. So what are we training for, eh?
Harry, was it? Huh? Rumor has it you're the strongest one here.
Grand Chamberlain.
No, it's fine. Give me a show of that strength. If you can best me, I'll make you wealthy beyond imagination.
Ha! You certain, my lord? Got your word on that? All right, then.
Don't blink now, lads! It'll be rags to riches in a flash for me, eh?
Huh. Wait, wasn't there supposed to be an inspection today?
Now show me what you're made of.
Don't mind if I do.
Is that all?
Blast. My hand just slipped.
You lack proper fundamentals. Train harder.
Yes, my lord.
Proud sons of Serendia. Yes, war may be behind us, for now. But to our west, we have imps, while Fogans and Nagas have surrounded Glish. Orcs, bloody monastery zealots and Viragi bandits, yet breathe down our necks. Will you stand by and let these monsters threaten the safety of your wives and children?
No, sir!
Do not forget, Calpheon is our overlord. They are not our ally. In the south, Baron Alfonso Rhundi has his blade pointing menacingly at us. Once we topple him, our true battle shall finally begin. When the time comes, our country's heroes will be rewarded with fortune and glory. So train hard, overcome your fears, and prepare to make our enemies kneel before us. The glory and splendor of Serendia rests upon your very shoulders. Who is with me?
Oh, my Jordine. You bear the burden of 1 billion lesser men. My hunky Giga Jord.
Wow, yeah.
I am relieved to know we have such well-trained forces in Serendia. It's all because of Sir Jordine, my betrothed. How did he— I am proud, but cannot shake this lingering— Does your memory loss include the history of the entire world? Fine. As a sophisticated lady of Serendia, I shall explain it to you. Listen well. You are aware of how precious blackstones are, yes? Around a decade ago, blackstones were discovered in the western part of Serendia. When word reached Calpheon, they dissolved our alliance and declared war. Of course, they gave countless reasons, but with a decade-long history of warring over blackstones in the desert, the facade was hardly necessary. We resisted as best we could, but that was a war we simply could not win. To my utter shame, I, the once proud princess of Serendia, was taken hostage. My brave and gallant savior was none other than our esteemed Jordine Ducas. Shortly thereafter, my father surrendered and faced the war tribunal in Calpheon. My father, the original king of this land, is now but the Duke of Serendia. The regrettable result of bending the knee to our Calpheonian conquerors. You see, my mother, the former queen, was a princess of Calpheon's Seric royal family. This allowed my father to maintain power in Serendia, even if only as its duke. The great irony is that Calpheon now has no throne, no king at all. However, production cannot keep up with their demand, and Calpheon is... That's why I hired that rogue Eden to travel to even the most remote corners of the mountains in search of black crystals. Consider it a gift for my beloved Serendia's future Duke. Your glazed-over eyes tell me you still fail to grasp my meaning. Though I may be the Duke's youngest daughter, my brothers were kind enough to pass from this world and leave me as sole heir. So, when Sir Jordine takes my hand in marriage, we will become the rulers of this land. Understand now? Why am I even telling you all this? When we first met, your stench was so foul, I needed to... Anyway, let's go and meet Sir Jordine. He's a busy man. We may not get the chance later. Wait, Father is with him. I wonder what they're discussing.
Grand Chamberlain, are you certain of this? I fear this may spell the end of Serendia. I am aware you had your share of hardships in the war, but it pales in comparison to what they did to me.
The die has been cast, Your Grace.
Do you truly believe them blind?
Your Grace, the pieces are nearly all in place. The final piece is justification.
They will realize what we're doing.
I am aware. I assure you, Your Grace. I will proceed with even greater caution now.
I only wish for you and Jarette to be happy.
Your Grace, Serendia is being exploited. Who could find happiness in such a state? Rest assured, Your Grace, I will see it done. Stay as long as you like, unless you're from... And you may come in, my lady. I recall you were to introduce me to someone today?
Oh, Sir Jordine, you knew. I merely wished not to disturb... Oh,
It is a pleasure to meet you. I am Jordine Ducas, Grand Chamberlain of Serendia. I've heard much of your adventures from Lady... I always welcome talent, unless it be Calpheonian.
What? Why are you hesitating? Answer quickly, this is a golden opportunity. What are you doing? Answer him at once. This is not a chance.
I have high expectations for you. And of course, treasures, rank, honor, you name it. Anything in return for your... The woman who wrought chaos upon Medea? Why? That's a tale from some time ago. I will contact you soon with your task. If that is all, please excuse me. The Serendian court will soon be in session.
Well, that was not what I expected. I thought he'd be more enthusiastic about you. Clearly, greater fanfare was required on my part. Maybe I'll hire the Oyun statue jesters next time. Just don't forget that you're the first one I've ever recommended to Sir Jordine. Seems like you've yet to be given any orders, so... Ah, it's your first time in Heidel, isn't it?
Hello there, I'm Laura. Oh, Lady Jarette. Thank you for your generous contributions to the orphanage. Clementina asked me to thank you for her. Lucas and...
There's no need to thank me at every opportunity. These are the sort of advantages that come with my friendship.
So you're a friend of Lady Jarette. Pleasure's all mine. Name's Laura. I look forward to doing business with you. As this is our first, I'm sure you'll be back with... Oh, and all the...
Laura, there's no need to go to such lengths.
Don't you worry about me, Lady Jarette.
Indeed. Your Heidel must seem, truth be told. Well, it's about time to seek out some work that needs doing. A competent hand always leads with action. A city has a way of running amok if it's... Well, why not? A city has a way of running amok if it's... I suppose you don't. A city has a way of running A city has a way of running amok if its leadership slacks off. Yes, a city has a way of running amok. Yes. A city has a way of running A city has a way of running Well, a city has a way of running amok if its leadership slacks off.
Greetings, adventurer. Just the one I was looking for. Jeez, they just shake with fear. If we can warm them up a bit. Clothes would be wonderful. Would you be so kind as to chop some firewood for these poor... Yes, you know, lumbering? Would you be so kind as to chop... Would you be so kind as to chop... Wow!
Yes, I feel a bit better. And there were...
What? Thank you for your kindness, adventurer.
What? Ghosts? A city has a way of running amok if its leadership slacks off. One must stay diligent to maintain control. Yes, good idea.
Hey, you there! Over here! You're the inspiration! You! Just do me this small, please! Just do me this small favor! Yes! Yeah, thank you!
A city has a way of running amok if its leadership's... A city has...
Yours, and look, this is ours.
Things... Oh, I've been a trip new. That said, things aren't going... Try speaking with... They will like... Things...
You can entrust your... What's trending, though, with... You won't lose out if you trade through...
Gemstones and what I did, perhaps. The gemstones I carry are all worth their value.
People.
You came to see me? Is that so? What interesting. You did a great job. A merchant should enjoy large crowds.
A city has a way of running amok if its leadership Your work is impeccable. You've pleased me somewhat, but you should still put in greater effort. Do as I ask, and you'll become one of us in no time. That reminds me, Sir Jordine briefly mentioned helping out with small city affairs. Elda Farm is located...
Welcome, I'm Coco, Pierre's daughter. How can I... Oh, and with a new bodyguard to escort her. What business brings the Lady of Heidel to this grubby old
As Sir Jordine is occupied with other matters, I have come in his stead as his betrothed. Surely you've no issue with that? As Sir Jordine is occupied with other
is that the case?
Young lady, you dare hold such a tone to speak with such derision to me! You heard that cheeky, insolent cur! I saw that...
Oh, as you wish, milady.
Oh, I know what you're up to.
We do. What of it? They've been out of fashion for quite some time.
Fan flamingos are the pride of Heidel. Noble women of...
No wonder the Grand Chamberlain pays you such little attention. With that kind of horrid tale.
Excuse me! What did you just say? You think... Right. We have work to do.
What? You can't just show up here and... As if we aren't already working ourselves to the bone. Fine. If that's your wish, milady. I need to make preparations. A moment, and you. Are you Lady Jarette's new servant? Or a bit of hired muscle? I'm supposed to be collecting fan flamingo plumes, but I have to deal with this inspector, so I have no choice but to rely on you for help.
That girl. Something about her ex. That girl.
What? You're already done? Ever considered working on a farm? I didn't think you'd be back so quickly. I'd best be off to see Lady Jarette. See ya. See? All in order? We'd like to remind Her Ladyship that our farm we've never evaded paying our dues to the city, not even once. We have nothing to hide.
Paying taxes is nothing special as a Serendian. Come on, adventurer. You did well today. I'll meet you at the Golden Toad Inn, remember? It's the place.
We've never evaded paying our dues to the city, not even once. We have nothing to hide.
Why can't they understand? Roy got us a wonderful spot. Is it to your liking? What, you think I used my privilege to get this spot? I would never. Come now, drink. Here, let me pour you one. Don't tell me. This here is a mead made with honey from Alejandro Farm. Even Calpheon, it's little more than water to us Serendians. What's that look? You don't think I poisoned it, do you? I can tell if you're drunk. Your face will be bright as red nose. Me, I can drink down a whole barrel and feel nothing. Aha! Now you're a true Serendian. Now it's my turn. Ah, that hits the spot. All right, let's get ourselves another round. I finally have a drinking bar. Cheers! His Jordine is such a sweetie. His betrothed is like, does he not see me? Going around working so hard for him. I mean, I know he's busy, but I...
Povios, you're up.
Right. Chairman of the Heidel League of Merchants, Bobby Lore. Time's up. Do you ever plan to repay your debt? Huh? My eyes thirst for blood. You gonna quench it? Huh?
I told you, I need a few more days.
And how long has it been? We've shown enough leniency. Miss your deadline again and we take the inn, as per our contract. The Jean Merchant Guild would bring great profit to Heidel. Why can't they understand that?
The lady's sudden, lapse into...
The Jean Merchant...
Greetings, adventurer. I am the lady's sudden, lapse into... I will return her ladyship safely home. Have no fear of my lady. Wakey, wakey. Lady Jarette? Oh, forgive me, my lady. I'm going to slap your soul back into you. Ah, yes. Please, go ahead. I will answer what I can. Oh, if it's about slapping Lady Jarette, don't mind me. Consider it her handmaiden's privilege. Isobelle Encarosha, the Heidel branch manager of the Calpheon Jean Merchant Guild, and her associate, Povios. I'm sure you're already well aware, but Serendia is currently under Calpheonian rule. We can't help it. She is the sole heiress of House Encarosha, who holds a seat in Calpheon's parliament. You don't strike me as the type to heed advice. I can only hope you bring Our Lady no harm.
The Jean Merchant Guild would bring great profit to Heidel. Why can't they understand that? Why can't they understand that? Trusting Heidel.
That's none of your business.
It's all right, Povios. I know this one. You're the breaker of chains. What business could the savior of Balanos have with me? I haven't a black stone to speak of. So, you did... I'm a merchant. Sir Jordine. There must be something he's hiding.
You're helping the Grand Chamberlain, right? Then help me first. Sir Jordine tasked me with some...
Povios, have you sharpened your axe?
Ooh, Lady Jarette here. She would have it... You're the savior of... Perhaps you could part with...
I can't bear to watch them very well.
Damn. Look, please, I don't know where you hail.
What? Bobby Lauren? Money? Ugh, step aside! Look at this mess. Does it look... Want to pick a fight with a woman with nothing left? What do you mean you can't drive the imps out? I can't just give up the big... My husband's dead. I've even lost my wedding ring! This farm is... Oh, calm down. This farm was our everything. How can everyone tell me to give it up so... and hand me? I'd rather tear every imp apart with my bare hands, even if it means following my husband into an untimely grave! Ah!
Are you genuinely asking or mocking us? Look at the sheer number of them. We'd be marching to our deaths. The imps here were once altar imps, tasked with the sacred duty of protecting the wizard's altar. They used to live here peacefully. Anyway, our orders were not to get rid of the imps. We're to stop this mad...
Is that so? If you're here seeking an honourable death or something, please... How did you handle them all on your own? Adventurer, please, inside there is the house where my husband and I used to live.
You're more skilled than I am. Nothing out of the ordinary. And if they were indeed diligent, the leader of the altar imps here is... Surely you didn't think the elites of Heidel an imp larger than dear Povios here, and of even greater strength. Bheg was a troublesome imp. He was unnaturally strong, and when... So, Heidel sought out the best mercenary they could find. Thus, Liberto was welcome to Serendia to solve the problem. After losing to Liberto, he no longer sought duels. Instead, he and his minions laid traps or ambushes, attacking and butchering those caught unaware. Now, people call him Dastard Bheg for his cowardice. As for Liberto Lynch of Dandelion, it's said he settled down in Serendia after defeating Bheg. Rumor has it that Bheg returned after the sighting of a man clad in black, just like with Red Nose. Your countenance seems to question how It behooves me to get rid of him, so fear not. Anyway, it seems you're handling the task well. Oh, and also, despite the soldiers' best efforts, Bheg continues to elude them. You can...
Yes! My husband was never on good terms. I thought they were worse than Calpheon. Here, this is everything I have. Now that I have the ring, nothing else matters. This amount should be more than enough to settle our debt with that bastard Bobby Lauren. Whatever silver is left over is yours, adventurer. Without debt haunting me, I can easily turn a profit again. Whatever silver is left over is yours, adventurer. With...
Hope for Heidel.
Why can't they understand?
The farm was in such a mess. How did you... Ah, yes! Oh, I will make sure to tell the Is Sir Jordine the only
The
hope
Jean
for
Merchant Guild would bring great profit to Heidel.
There you are. I hear you helped Bobby Lauren. He's the Grand Chamberlain's right hand, so well done. Calpheon's Jean Merchant Guild has been greedily eyeing Heidel's market. It's you who've thwarted their... Lady Jarette requests your presence. Please come to the palace. I shall go ahead and make the necessary...
Calpheon's finest resting place. Welcome to the Golden Toad Inn.
This is our territory.
Just when will they arrive? What would make that old man Roig work faster? I was much too soft on him last time. I'll make sure to act more firmly from now on, and... Adventurer! Finally, Sir Jordine is looking for you. Let's hurry before he gets pulled into a meeting. It took a lot of effort to get you this opportunity. You should be honored, Adventurer, to walk the palace grounds with me. That is Sir Roig's office. I say it's far too nice, considering his position. I'm sure you've heard much about our Grand Chamberlain. He may seem a bit particular at times, but beneath it all, he's quite the gentle soul. Especially toward talented individuals. I'm sure you more than fit those qualifications. Here we are, the Grand Chamberlain's office. Rather modest for his authority, don't you think?
Adventurer, welcome. It's not much, but make yourself at home. Praise for you has been abundant in my circles. I share a dream with the people of Serendia. For our homeland to proffer the happiness of the citizens of Serendia. Will you help me for... There's a castle ruins to the southeast of Serendia. Land named Montverdel that once belonged to a count. Now it's nothing more than a den for traitors who discarded their oaths.
But Sir Jordine, that's where Al is. He's your friend. You can't kill him.
My lady, there is not a soul alive unaware of the threat that Lord Alfonso Rhundi's forces pose for Heidel. Our friendship is what's kept him alive this long. But the safety of this country is my top priority. As future inheritor of this dukedom, you...
Joe!
I should be seeing to the Montverdel ruins personally, but my forces are currently engaged with the Biragi bandits. Moreover, the fact that Alfonso Rhundi and I were once friends is well known among the people of Serendia. So it is fortunate timing for a talented adventurer such as yourself to be here now. They are gaining strength by pillaging the surrounding area. We cannot let them extend their reach. If you succeed in taking down the Montverdel, and I shall do everything I can to help you find... I've been investigating a missing person case lately. When we next meet, I may have something to share on the matter. Of course, I will await your answer.
Adventurer, come to my chambers. So, I must be strong and just, as Sir Jordine said. There is something you should know before you depart for Montverdel. Jordine Ducas, the son of a secretary. Alfonso Rhundi, the son of a knight. And me, Jarette Domengard, the youngest daughter of the king. All hailing from different backgrounds, yet we were friends. To one another, we were Joe, Al, and Jerry. Always playing happily with one another. As we grew older, we began to realize the differences in our status. Then everything changed when Calpheon attacked. Joe and Al, those carefree scoundrels, enlisted to fight under General Cliff. I remained within the castle walls, entirely unaware of how the war was unfolding. When word came that the enemy was at our door, I tried to escape, but was captured by Calpheon. I took a blow to the head when I was taken prisoner. I thought surely my end had come. But when I opened my eyes again, I found myself in Jordine's arms. A strong jaw, a sharp nose, the sound of labored breathing. My heart races each time I recall that moment. After the war, he rose to the rank of Grand Chamberlain. He proposed to me, making us heirs to Serendia. But instead of celebrating our union, Al locked himself away in his estate, refusing to ever see me again. What horrors must he have endured in the war? I cannot fathom how that said. Alfonso Rhundi is still my friend. But as Sir Jordine said, I must steel myself for this. Promise me, swear, that you won't kill him. Do you understand? I need your word that his life will be spared. Now, I wonder what meeting Sir Jordine's attending. Come to think of it, he didn't head toward the meeting room. Could he be seeking up? And it's right on the heels of his proposal for...
Grand Chamberlain, Sir Edmund Dawson of the extraction mill, still complains about the delivery schedule.
He's trying to pin his embezzlement on us.
What are you talking about? Speak plainly, Jordine.
Bring in the sword. Sir Edmund sent me this sword as a gift. It appears ordinary at first glance, but were you to hold it yourself, you would sense the darkness within, like gripping a shadow. It's undoubtedly been refined with pure black crystals, likely pilfered from our extraction mill.
Those Calpheon scum, when will they leave us be? I'll personally deal with the black crystals later. For now, let's focus on the task at hand. Let's first head to the Moretti Farm and assess this. I'll personally deal with the black... I'll personally... This is Moretti Farm, the granary. Lately, there's been a noticeable increase, which means either they're well, now that we're here, this is Moretti Farm, the granary of Sir. That could... Right. Give them a casual greeting, Jarette, don't...
Greetings. I am Mercianne Moretti. How can I help you, adventurer?
Hello.
Taxes?
Oh, is that so? There's that scent again. Yes, I was wondering the same.
They're mercenaries from Medea, currently protecting the farm.
What? Median forces on your farm?
What am I to do then? I requested Heidel to send troops to fend off the monsters, but they never came. Do you know how much I've spent on them? If you don't enjoy their presence, send some soldiers of your own. It's been ages since I requested soldiers, and she brings me just one. What do you expect them to accomplish just like that? I can't believe... Actually, why didn't the Lord send someone like you earlier?
This one here is one of mine.
Of course, but I already paid... I thought all the wheat over there was lost. I'm glad I'll be able to harvest it now. Is there something else you need? Or are you... If so, you can ask the workers here. Rewards won't be much. If so, you can ask the work. Why ask me? I'm swamped with... You saw how many monsters were...
Marcian, I'm here for the supplies. Let's quickly be done with it.
Ah, Coco, just in time. Everything's ready in the barn. Oh.
See, Povios? It's just as I told you. Serendians all have secrets they're hiding. So, the intel of Moretti Farm siphoning grains was true. You know,
I said I needed just one more week, Lady Isobelle. Besides, you agreed to the extension. I mean, do you not trust me? Have you no...
Ah, so you're saying Serendians are trustworthy? And how much of my goodwill must I extend? One lends money but does not receive. Who's the villain? I'm just reminding her that the date is forthcoming. So, what brings you here? All of the troops at the castle ruins by yourself? You're good, but that would truly... You know, they're actually quite pitiful once you come to know them. I heard many who took loans from our Jean Merchant Guild claimed they did so to pay off their mounting taxes. I was just about to go and remind the Baron of his debt. But I heard word is that he's gotten his hands on a black stone. I'm not... Yet here I find you, heading the...
Didn't the Scarecrow attack you on your way here?
So,
Isobelle, I'm literally standing right here. You cannot be so bold when thieving my champions from me.
Oh, I had no such intention. If ever the adventurer goes to Calpheon, as it happens, I too am on my way to the Eastern Gateway.
If you dare pull such a stunt in front of me again, I'll have the Jean...
Of course, my lady. Of course.
The Baron of Montverdel? No. Oh, so you're...
Sir Havano Tito, did you just doubt the judge?
What? Lady Jarette? What brings her ladyship to such... As you can see, not so good. Where did they get the funding to maintain such a large... Alfonso? Born to a knight in name alone, he worked the land, same as me. If I'd been as fortunate in finding good friends and a mentor, I'd probably be living that...
Do I hear a mere captain belittling the... If Captain Cliff were around...
Apologies, my lady. I'm just frustrated with the current situation. It's such an important... So, how do you plan on fighting them? Gonna take them on by yourself? What? My lady, don't worry, I'm... Damn it, these bloody bastards! Hey, Jarette, get inside! Lady Isobelle, hurry! Shit! I will protect the ladies! Everyone, guard the gate! Avoid them all out!
later!
My lady!
I told you I've been taken hostage before. You can see what toll that's taken on me. Damn it. I hoped you'd never see this side of me. Just give me a moment to compose myself. Adventurer. How did we end up like this? Alfonso Rhundi was here, right? How was he? I want to know. Tell me. I only caught a glimpse, but he didn't seem human. More like a demon. I don't believe it. He was the paragon of justice. What could have driven him to such extremes? So, they've decided to settle it amongst themselves, have they? I have to find Sir Roig and return to Heidel. I'll leave this to you, and again, do not kill him, okay? Thank you. I'll
Lady Isobelle wishes to speak with you. Mind your manners and listen well.
My true purpose here is to parley with the Baron of Montverdel. I'll be needing your assistance. Who would have thought the Baron would change so? That's why your help has become even more crucial. I know you're not here to kill the Baron because of his ties to Lady Jarette. Lady Jarette is known for her hot temper, but she also cares passionately for the— I'm certain your lady wouldn't consider this betrayal, and I'll reward you handsomely. I have full confidence in your ability to carry out this—
I hope you've taken Lady Isabel's words to heart. Here, get it done.
찬양하라!
Hit! Hun!
You have a black stone. Did Jordine send you? I shall thwart him and protect Serendia for the glory and splendor of Serendia!
Waxoni!
For the glory and splendor of Serendia! Defy me, and I'll cast you to hell!
Waxoni!
Die! Impossible. How do you wield such power? Who can possibly stop Jordine now? Impossible. How do you wield such power? Impossible. How do you wield such power? Who can... So this is the end for Serendia. You win. Strike me down. Claim your victory. I only regret that I could not drag Jordine down to hell with me. Did I not command you to take my life? Do you dare tarnish my honor as a baron? The Grand Chamberlain's war is now inevitable. Perhaps it's fate. What are you waiting for? Indeed. Even Duke Domungat, now nothing more than an old man, turns a blind eye to his... The war left us nothing but scars, but he seeks to rekindle its flames again. I grew up the son of a poor knight, serving the Count of Montverdel. I became close friends with Princess Jarette and Jordine, the son of a secretary. Things have become a bit complicated now, but back then, Jarette was nothing short of an angel. My feelings for her grew by the day, but my humble status kept them from forming into action. When Calpheon invaded Serendia, Jordine's father was serving on the front line. Unfortunately, his father fell in battle, and that ever-cheerful lad's spirit was forever shattered. Jordine and I enlisted in General Cliff's unit and fought fearlessly, like demons in the vanguard.
Victory was nearly within our grasp. But then, in a cruel twist of fate, Jarette was captured by the enemy. There was a woman who had a hand in Jarette's kidnapping. Turns out, she was Jordine's lover. As a close friend, only I knew of this, but since we needed his help in rescuing Jarette, I didn't make mention of it. I proposed a desperate plan to General Cliff, sending out 3 of our best warriors to rescue her. I had hoped to be the one to rescue her, and once the war had ended, propose marriage with the dignity of a war hero. However, it was Jordine who snatched the role of knight in shining armor from me. During the mission, Jordine acted impulsively. I aided him and suffered a severe leg injury for it. As he escaped with Jarette in his arms, I could do nothing but watch. But even then, I still trusted my friend. Right after her rescue, the war ended. Calpheon made an example of the Montverdel lands by reducing them to ash. At the ceremony to honor the war heroes, Jordine was made Grand Chamberlain, and Jarette his bride-to-be. And I became Baron of some stone-wrought ruins. Impossible. How do you... Since then, I've led the quiet, humble life of a farmer. That is, until I learned of Jordine's plans for war. I wished to halt the war, to safeguard Serendia, to protect Jarette. But alas, now, end my suffering swift. Then, what nonsense is this? Are you not a hired sword sent by Jord? This is all part of his plan to quell Montverdel, rally the remaining forces, and strike at Calpheon. Jarette, she sent you? Stop. Why would Jordine's betrothed want me spared? It's a bold-faced lie. She still considers me a friend. I see. Yes, she was always so sentimental. But what of her husband-to-be? He'll likely never leave me be. Even if you spare me now, Jordine will just try to kill me again. Might as well end it here. Do it! And why are you twisting that particular knife again? Your treasonous blade is indeed Jordine's, not Jarette's. He paid you off in black stones, didn't he? And you use its power, not knowing how it consumes you! And yet you still feign innocence. Did he order you to conceal your identity? If such power is unknown to you, what is this black aura that lurks behind? You flaunt that power so blatantly. Did you think no one would notice?
So, the Black Crystal incident at the mill was your doing, I see.
Isobelle and Karosha, why are you here? The Grand Chamberlain's mercenary colluding with my benefactor? What's become of Heidel? Or could it be that my benefactor doubts me and sent an assassin to dispose of a potential
Simply put, I aimed to make the Baron of Montverdel the direct competitor to the Callous Parliament was keeping a close eye on the Chamberlain, even with Serendia's main forces tied up at the Baragi Den. And then, you stole a black stone and became consumed by it. Lord Alfonso, hand over that black stone to me. You know very well what awaits.
Fine. Take it. How do you plan to prevent the coming war now?
That settles an urgent matter, but nothing. Lord Alfonso, I need you to hold tight and wait while your true role unfolds.
Understood.
Adventurer, what troubles you? Your count, feel free to ask whatever you wish, but time is of the essence, so... Heidel may have pledged loyalty to Calpheon, But there are Jordine Ducas and Johann Cliff. They are men who prefer the sword to the pen. Also, the Duke may be an old man now, but he was once a general who led... I simply seek to keep them on their toes, so that... Oh dear, I know you lost your... Enrique and Corosha. Did you help me all this time without knowing this? How cute. Red Nose and Gieth both had black stones, but after you defeated them, those stones were nowhere to be found. It's easy enough to put two and two together. I'm sure you have your reasons for taking them, so I won't ask. I want to make a deal instead. You get what you want, and I get what I want. If you make further efforts to aid me, the Baron's black stone will be yours. What say you, adventurer? Is that reason enough to help me? Good. I need more concrete evidence. Sir Havano Tito, I hear he has a fireflake flower allergy. We'll be able to use that to our advantage. Here, take this fireflake flower. Speak softly and act naturally. Got it?
That Alfonso, always acting so superior. Yes, me? What? Take that thing away from me. I'm... Come back later. Take that thing away from me. I'm allergic to fireflies. There's no need for leniency towards those who betrayed their country. Am I right?
There's nothing you can't handle, is there? I'm starting to like you more and more. Why was he keeping this? To use as leverage against the Grand Chamberlain? This! It's a secret order from the Grand Chamberlain to put greater pressure on Montverdel. Bobby... Lauren? Oh, this took an interest. I knew it was strange for the country's biggest guild to be troubled by such...
Each other.
Blast this shitty world. Always, back in my day, we climbed a ladder. From the... Hey! Hey, you! Adventurer! I hear you ingratiated. Back in my day, we climbed a ladder. You have no proof. Hey, just because you have Lady Jarette's backing, listen well. I, Chairman Laura, if you wish to make any sort of... Yes, those Calpheon...
Already worn out.
His reaction is, well, as my suspicions have settled into certainty. After all, once Bobby Lawrence sobers up, he'll likely best to ply him with more drink to buy some time. As you're probably keenly aware, so where do you suppose the Grand Chamberlain, who's... It's the Black Crystals, of course. Well, go on. Investigate. Povios and I will keep it... Oh dear. Have you forgotten? We both know exactly... Caesar is in charge of security for this town. I'll leave the method of negotiation... Oh, and I hear the town is currently short on... We both know exactly what we want. So don't complicate.
Damn Fogan's wretched Nagas! Finally! Look! Water supplies. Water's great, but if they don't send that you came alone. Oh, it's an honor that a mercenary favored... Indeed, I heard you handled... So of course I'll put in a special request for you. Oh, perhaps our lands have become a battlefield. Guards... Oh, well then you... Some talent you must be to... Well, the inevitable has come to pass. It's been an headache, to say the least. The Naga and Fogan situation has reached boiling point. It's become something that our garrison cannot handle alone. Did you not hear me? There's not only villagers living here, but also passing merchants a bit. Our village is surrounded by great swaths of marshland. In fact, Nagas have lived there for many years. For the longest time, they lived peacefully alongside us. But one day, this bastard Titium arrived, bringing his tribe all the way from the great desert of Valencia, and laid claim to over half the marshland. Since then, it's been nothing but conflict. It's been 9 years already. We're the ones who ended up paying for his audacity. That's why I heard he's been focusing on military training. We waited and waited. But what are we supposed to do? Our own villages? If only we had a couple more outstanding soldiers like... of course. Do I have to keep repeating myself? Dealing with the Nagas and Fogans... Finally, somebody who speaks... I will promise to make the safety of... Huh? Ah! Grand Chamberlain! Shh! Our deal. Keep it to yourself.
Adventurer, what a pleasure to... Word of your deeds has reached all the way to Heidel. They say you single-handed... Lady Jarette is at the castle resting. She seems to have a lot on her mind due to the rampant activities of the Biragi bandits. So I took the time to deal with them personally. Security Officer Caesar.
Yes, of course, sir.
I remember promising to bestow wealth and that White Witch Security Officer. Heidel...
But it caught me dealing with the Jean Merchant Guild. As you're aware, the Grand Chamberlain... But what can we do? Our noses are to the... Anyway, don't worry about our deal. It still stands. The Grand Chamberlain really has it...
훈련하라!
I'll admit, you got some skill. Lady Isobelle learned something from interrogate. There's a place with some unusually... I acknowledge you got the skill. Find the source and destroy it, root and stem.
훈련하라!
You're the one who awoke in the stone chamber. I suppose you've come instead of the relic's power. Huh?
Wait, I'm not your enemy! Damn it, completely lost your senses. I understand your resentment, but you shouldn't come with such power. Oh, you're here. Could you grab that necklace for me?
Our king are dying. The desert Fogans are rooting us out. The Naga, we will reclaim our homeland. With the relic, we will be reborn.
This relic, it will not save the Nagas. Its power is temporary, and the darkness will swallow you whole.
The relic!
It's good to see you again. Thank you for securing the necklace. From Balanos to Serendia, no place is safe. Do you have some loose ends to tie up here? Well, go ahead, ask away. We have a few questions.
What? Really? You could hear the Naga's voice? Aiden, this would be an outstanding addition to our paper!
Now hold your horses, Yaz. What brought you here in the first place, anyway? Don't tell me you were after that relic, too. I suppose it's all you have to rely on, having lost your memories and all.
You would be wise to remember my words. Those intoxicated by the black spirits have all met the same fate. Looks like that thing is blabbing to you again. We should be on our way.
Huh? Eden, we need more data to compare against the control group. Huh? Hey!
Some of those Naga enthusiasts might be upset. Nagas aren't usually that vicious, yet the Fogans are still causing a ruckus. So that's what happened. Oh, us. There's a guard camp. Just go see Mal, the captain of the South. Once his Fogan nonsense was...
Pity for them, eh?
All this hefty armor fool you. I heard the Fogans, usually seen only at what? It would be a fool's... If only we could communicate with them. I think we could get... want to come to this dank swamp. It's clear there are some circumstances we're unaware of. Ah, I know.
Take this. It's a moist ball. The desert Fogans are crazy for it. I'm sure it'll... It's clear there are some circumstances where
What made of? I'm afraid.
You managed to capture a Fogan alive! Why didn't I even think of doing that? Have I become too accustomed? Great work. With this little guy, we can study the Fogan language, and soon we'll be But there is one who will never listen to our words. Yes, the leader that brought those Fogans from the desert. Every time we hear the sound of a croaking toad, our whole camp... If he weren't around, we might just... I wish there were a more peaceful solution. Nobody knows where he resides, but they're at war with the Nagas now, aren't they? He appears out of nowhere. I don't know why he only makes these selected appearances. I'm still looking into that. If you start rummaging around their nesting grounds, or maybe where they keep the hatchlings' food, they'll surely summon their chieftain themselves. All you have to do is face him then. I've been observing the Fogans a lot, and there is nothing...
I can't. Pay me twice.
Rushed over when didn't I already tell you? The Fogans didn't come here of their own volition. Are you saying you did all this alone? You... How can you be so inhumane? Do you have no pity? I am the captain of this post. How dare you ignore me and act on your own accord? That's yet to be determined. There were those who responded when spoken to. But each time, a toad's croak would echo from somewhere. It must be the Fogan Prince Titium. Indeed! If only it wasn't for Titium, the Fogans wouldn't have had to face such a massacre! Nobody knows where he resides. They're at war with the Nagas now, aren't they? When their young ones or food supplies are targeted, it's sure to create an immediate response. Are you going to face Titium all on your own? I don't think you'd listen even if I tried to stop you. And, I suppose it's true, nothing will get through to Titium. If Titium is out of the picture, the Fogans will have no reason to fight. But don't think that means I forgive you. Didn't I already tell you? You had the same thought as well! Why would desert Fogans want to come to this dank swamp? It's clear there are some circumstances we're unaware of. There must be some way we can get through to them.
human? And one I know! How nice it is to see a familiar face! Back then, those innocent goblins were spared from a massacre thanks to you. Each day I am reminded of your generosity, so I now live my life helping others. Look at these Fogans here. Their situation is dire. Especially this little one here. The sudden change in the Fogans has given them a fright. Well, it's not so much a conversation, really. I just gaze into their big, bright eyes. Just by staring at one another, we can easily empathize. What? If you can't find a Fogan who can communicate, you have no choice but to drive them all out? No! Where will all these Fogans go? What will become of them? It will only repeat the cycle of pain. Ah, I have an idea. Here you go. Take this Fogan. You said there's a Fogan language expert, right? Get them to have a little chat, and you'll understand what's going on. He's scared out of his wits, poor thing, so he might not follow you readily. I'll give you a hand. Let's try to coax him out and take him. Yes, now head on back with the Fogan. This is where we must part ways. Haha, I sorted it all out for you, right? See you again next time.
What? You managed to capture a Fogan alive? It seems I may have underestimated you. Why didn't I even think of doing that? Have I become too accustomed to the ways of war? Great work. With this little guy, we can study the Fogan language, and soon we'll be communicating clearly with those frog folks. But there is one who will never listen to our words. I'd like you to take care of him for me. Yes, the leader that brought those Fogans from the desert, the Fogan Chief, Titium. Every time we hear the sound of a croaking toad, our whole camp shivers with fear. If he weren't around, we might just be able to get through to the Fogans. Please, it would be a great help. I wish there were a more peaceful solution, but we're out of options. That nobody knows where he resides, but he always appears on certain occasions. They're at war with the Nagas now, aren't they? When their young ones or food supplies are targeted, he appears out of nowhere, sweeps up the Nagas, and then disappears again. I don't know why he only makes these selected appearances. I'm still looking into that. If you start rummaging around their nesting grounds, or maybe where they keep the hatchlings' food stores, they'll surely summon their chieftain themselves. All you have to do is face him then. Simple. I've been observing the Fogans a lot, and there is nothing they care more about than their young.
my old friend! Why did you do it? Why did you betray me?
You're saying you've taken down Tits? May I ask where you hail from? Have you thought about me? And don't you worry about those security issues any longer.
Adventurer, you're here. I've been waiting for you. Of course, I first thought you were just a fearless country bumpkin. But Lady Isobelle has gone to Heidel to take over a business from the Heidel League of Merchants. She will certainly keep her end of the promise as soon as she returns. Have no fear. Do not. I do remember. It's the name of the former Chief of Glish. When the Jean Merchant Guild first began trading here, I distinctly recall having a conversation. One day, he just vanished. No trace to be found. Went out to the marshes and never returned, they said. I don't know what business you have with him, but why not talk to the current chief? Freyro, I think it was. I saw him on the way here. He was talking with some alchemist.
The demon spotted at Alejandro Farm. How did it happen? Was it truly a minion of Belmont?
It could be. Or perhaps it was a coincidence.
Oh, oh! Is it the ancient stone chamber? That would be bad.
Is there anything suspicious going on?
Word is the overseer of the Black Crystal Extraction Mill has been acting strangely as of late.
Do you mean Sir Edmund?
An ominous presence is lurking around him. He's a Black Crystal addict. Is it possible that he could have awakened some kind of unknown relic?
Ooh, that sounds like something big. I gotta tell Eden. Big news incoming, la 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 la.
Rumor has it, there's an adventurer causing quite a stir around the village. I reckon that must be you. I'm pleased to finally make your acquaintance.
There's a face I'm always happy to see. You seem more...
So, what brings you to this old man? If there's anything I can assist you with... Straight to the point with talk of Donat, eh? How did an outsider like you come to know that name? If you were hoping to meet him, I'm afraid you're too late. He departed this world a long time ago. Titian, the Fogan leader who drove the Nagas from the desert. No. Could it be? If the Fogans ended up like this because of what happened back then... Alustan, doesn't it seem to fit together?
It may very well, but the records are sealed and no one knows the truth, even you. You were with Donat that day, yet you cannot remember what happened.
That's right. When I regained consciousness, I found myself right back here. Now listen. Everyone in town is very tight-lipped about Donat.
Hold on, Pharaoh. Adventurer. Donat was tainted by black crystals that led to his ultimate demise. Given your situation, I feel you may be uniquely qualified to delve into those records.
Alustan, why would you speak of such a thing? Could it be this adventurer is the one you spoke of? Alustan, why...
Yet.
Finally, I've got my hands on the key. My preparations are complete.
Donat. Please reconsider. It could be more dangerous than we thought. Reinforcements will arrive soon from Heidel.
Listen, Pharaoh. Do you really think I'm doing all this for the sake of the town? My friend, you are clearly tainted by the Black Stone. Tainted? We'll find out soon enough! The greatness of Hexa. Behold! The one true king! Who will save us? Why not? Endless anguish. What a pity. You seemed a fine vessel. But another presence has already claimed you. Where there is light, so we are. Our paths shall cross again soon.
Against each other. It's a pity for them either way.
Oh, I see you're back from reading Donat's journal, huh? I've been waiting. I need you to go somewhere for me. Hey, what's that look for? It's not like I'm gonna eat you. I'm way too cute to do something so morbid. Go on. Eden has something to discuss with you. Eden may be a bit of a rascal, but he wouldn't waste your time over...
It's a pity for them either way.
It seems to be related to
I've been waiting for you. The journal you brought from the ruins. Could I take a look at it? Interesting. It's entirely blank. Donat was a scholar, so he definitely would have left something.
It's not alchemy. I can tell you that much for sure.
Surely there'll be a trace left somewhere.
Unfortunately, there's no way to tell. There's no sign of a reaction from his machine. Just what are you trying to get from this Fogan specimen? Don't tell me you too are chasing after this hogwash about the Monarch. What the?
The gem of balance is reacting. Adventurer, can you see it too? There's dark energy in the journal. This is a record of Belmore. Belmore? I never thought I'd see that name in here. Is the... Oh, ever since Alejandro's farm, we've been hoping we heard wrong. We need to alert Master Alustin first. He should still be. As you found it, maybe it should be you who delivers the
It seems to be related to the...
Looks like you found something. What truly happened to Donat? A journal. Astonishing. So that's why Belmorn's minions appeared here.
His best option to protect the town against Calpheon. Does this mean that the Shadow Knights have settled here? Where exactly are they?
A desert Fogan tribe, migrating all the way to a Serendian swamp. He likely sought to sow chaos to cover his tracks. Titium was probably so hooked on black stone. Yet, as a bloody war was waiting for them, adventurer, it seems we can no longer treat you as a simple black spirit symbiote. Listen here. Long ago, Belmorn reigned as king over the Hexa Kingdom. He was an ambitious conqueror who instilled fear far beyond his dominion. Yet time takes its toll on all of us, including him. Belmorn was growing older, as were his worries. In an abominable act, he summoned the evil god Kazaka, unleashing a wave of corruption that left all it touched neither living nor dead. And so righteous individuals emerged to contest and ultimately vanquish both King Belmorn and Kazaka. These individuals were known as the Knights of Dawn, pursuers of truth and defenders of balance. However, the fallen Belmorn did not simply vanish. Instead, he left a lingering curse on the souls of the surviving knights. Those who sealed and oversaw Belmorn's remnants, the descendants of the Knights of Dawn, little by little were consumed by darkness. They became the Shadow Knights, now orchestrating the revival of Belmorn. The descendants of the Knights of Dawn, little by little were consumed by darkness. They became the Shadow Knight. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions. Regrettably, we have no knowledge of their current whereabouts. There is a matter that requires my attention elsewhere.
Alustan, what are you Don't tell me that you're thinking of pursuing...
Let's save our words for now, Frero.
Understood.
Finished with your business here, have you? Well, Lady Isabelle's business has been going smoothly. There's on merge now. We're about to transport those Trina Knight military supplies, Heidel's offerings, and of course By the way, I'm quite pleased with how you've handled that. I'd like to recommend you for a position in our guild. From immigration checks to travel and various profitable endeavors. We'll talk more on the matter later. I see Lady Jarette's...
Adventurer, I hear you've made quite an... Lady Jarette has great faith in you. Even now, she urges a small problem at the Black Crystal Extraction Mill.
Oh, well, isn't that a coincidence? Lady Isobelle is also looking for this adventurer.
It seems you've gained the trust of both Serendia and Calpheon. Either way, both esteemed ladies are at the Black Crystal Extraction Mill. Why don't we make our way there?
My lady, there's only so much leniency I can show. Have we not already granted you 3 extensions? What are we to... This is becoming untenable. Any
Sir Edmund Jolson, I hear you're a knight of Calpheon?
Threatening? I'm simply stating procedure. Perhaps you have forgotten to whom your father... Goats in Parliament are going to regret sending me...
Adventurer, I've run into a little, slight
problem?
You have had the Black Crystal rights for 7 long years. Shall we never again... Oh, this unconscionable exploitation is truly tiresome.
Exploitation? You'd be wise to watch your words, my lady. I have proof of Bobby Lauren's forged ledgers. Do you really believe that Grand Chamberlain Ducas is unaware?
You plan to accuse a man renowned for his integrity of such a crime? Ha! And just how long do you plan on blaming us for the declining extraction when we have such poor equipment? Why don't you send more technicians for maintenance? You have to invest to get results.
As per the terms of the contract, signed in the Declaration of Surrender, production and transportation...
Surrender this, declaration that. Oh! You pick and choose when you want to be an ally, and now you're treating us like...
There it is. There's the lady's temper. I haven't seen it for a long time. Lady Jarette, Sir Edmund, I would like to propose...
Oh, Lady Isobelle. As expected from one of the prestigious
Sir Edmund, I hear that you've been searching for high-purity black stones recently.
How did you... No, that's not the point. Yes, I have been searching, but I've found nothing.
Then why not commission the most skilled adventurer in Serendia? Oh, don't tell me. You've been away on business in Calpheon for so long to have not heard.
While that's true, that place, it's full of danger.
I don't think danger will be a problem. Right, adventurer?
While that's true, that place, it's full of danger.
If you pull this off, I'll immediately recommend you...
I don't like siding with this woman, but I must admit it's a realistic solution.
If you are both in agreement, then it's fine with me. Towards the Orc camp, west of the extraction mill. Our but as you get closer, they stop reacting. It's like there are too many Orcs for our troops to subdue, so we've been forced to stand down. If we manage to thin their numbers a bit, that may give us some sort of lead. If you are both in agreement, then it's fine with me.
Yeah. 건! 예! 어우러쳐라! 훈련하라!
Who are you, exactly? The one who sent the sword through Edmund?
We are the Shadow Knights. We serve King Belmorn of Hexa.
He's long dead.
Huh? That's right, Jordine. We've been preparing for the King's resurrection.
Nonsense.
Just one final step remains. A vessel to contain our King's pure wrath and ambition. You, Jordine.
You dare to make me a sacrifice?
I see it differently. Jordine, do you not wish for the destruction of Calpheon? With Lord Belmorn's power, that can easily come to fruition.
Serendia need not stoop to dark sorcery. By my might alone, Calpheon will crumble.
You will soon make your decision. Our king.
Getting banished to a back... Orcs are no easy opponents. Yet you returned unscathed.
Oh!
Impressive.
And with this, our adventurer has solved yet another case.
I believed in you, adventurer. This time I will personally report of your success.
Maybe with this incident. Such a high purity black crystal.
It feels good to have such a long Shall we head back to Heidel? And don't worry, it's I'll go ahead and grab us a table. Feel free to take care of any business you need to attend. Don't be too late. Golden Toad Inn, got it? See you there.
Why can't they understand that?
Come on, don't be shy. Have a drink. You're finally here. Have a drink, have a drink. Let's drink until we're black-spirited. Ha ha ha! Come on, don't be shy. Have a drink. It's honey wine brewed at Alejandro Farm. You have to down it in one go.
Why, Lady Jarette, you can certainly hold your liquor.
Huh? Isobelle, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you...
Me? Don't be absurd. We, the Jean Merchant Guild...
Ah, that Bobby Lauren, all talk and no action. I'm in a good mood today. I'll let it slide.
I hate to show up and spoil the mood, but it's a rather urgent matter.
What is it? It better not be something trivial. From tomorrow, this inn will be under strict surveillance.
It's about the war. The war between Serendia and Calpheon.
What? What are you talking about? Did I hear you correctly?
Yes. Grand Chamberlain Jordine Ducas is planning to wage war against Calpheon.
Do you realize what you're saying? Serendia is a vassal state. Why would we... If you're not careful with your words, both Trina Knights and Delphi Knights will come marching this way.
I'm well aware. That's why I'm discussing this discreetly with you and the adventurer. Simply put, the current standing Serendian army is too large to merely be used for subduing bandits and demi-humans. Despite being burdened with high taxes, farms across Serendia are stockpiling surplus. And Median mercenaries are quietly amassing while only being appointed to menial tasks. You've seen it with your own eyes, haven't you? Don't tell me you believe all this was done to bolster the strength of the nation. And don't misunderstand. I want to prevent a war. I just want to grow the Jean Merchant Guild by boosting Serendia's economy. Besides, Calpheon is about to hold an election for Chief Counselor. My father, a member of the Callis Parliament, is a candidate for Chief Counselor.
You... Ugh. I will not! This concerns my people. If... I must hear it directly from Sir Jordine...
Don't worry about the little lady. I've already sent word to Sir Roig. We're short on time. We need to resolve this. Thanks to the exceptional skills of our newest member, we've already made great progress. The Baron of Montverdel stirring up and the Orcs' gradual expansion of power. Now only the Baragi bandits remain. But isn't the standing force of Serendia a bit excessive for that? The Callis Parliament has already begun to notice. Sooner, imagine Calpheon requesting a reduction of the standing army. Would Jordine... In that case, he would probably go to war. Even if he doesn't desire it, the situation will force his hand. You mean the embezzlement at the Black Crystal extraction mill, right? I knew that wasn't Serendia's fault. Seeing the look on Sir Edmund's face when you presented that Black Crystal... It was... At first, I thought it was Jordine embezzling for his military nest egg. Well, I suppose they're both guilty of embezzlement in the... The important thing is what the Callous Parliament thinks. I'm certain someone I know well within the council is likely to have connections with Sir Edmund. Hold it. Let's sort things out one at a time. It's better to tackle everything clearly. Right, rookie? Taken aback by the title? I did promise you a position for a job well done. Worry not. The title will soon prove a useful status to wield. A fine plan. The Grand Chamberlain already trusts you. If there's anyone he'd let his guard down around, you are the only one in all of Serendia who can gather reliable information directly from him now. But remember, don't push him too far. If something unfortunate happened to you, it'd be quite the shame. I'll look into the financial records of this inn. It's, well, I know the real power was his sister, Grace Lauren. But, judging by Bobby's demeanor, I doubt we'll get anything interesting out of them.
Hello there, I'm Laura. That's nonsense.
Adventurer, please come in. Praise for you has been abundant in my circles. I simply couldn't resist. Sir Roy came back carrying Lady Jarette. I suppose you were her drinking companion. I first perceived you as a young, ambitious upstart, seeking to rise above their station. But it seems so. What brings you to me? For you, I can spare the time. Let's be frank. The lives of Serendians have changed little under Calpheon's rule. His Grace has always been a king to his people, and I'm merely ruling in accordance to his wishes. Recently, due to issues with our finances, we've had to raise taxes. But ever since that war, since our defeat, Serendia has been robbed of the opportunity to grow strong. Our country may have lost the war, and our king his crown, but while we may appear free to politic in our people's best interest, Calpheon continues to chip away at our rights won by... Take the Black Crystal extraction mill, for instance. Anything produced there is automatically property of Calpheon. The Black Crystals hold the potential to make our nation a political... Calpheon crushed us because of those Black Crystals. And now they're taking them from our lands. I yearn for my homeland to become a country of greater strength. A country. The first step will be to reclaim the rights to the extraction mill. It won't be an easy task, which is why, if you agree, I plan to introduce you to His Grace tomorrow. The wealth and honor I promised will follow. If you view it as just another slick politician's rhetoric for the nation, I too am a citizen of a defeated country. The horrors of war were an unavoidable fate for my family as well. Indeed, my youth was a hedonistic blur of boozing. After the war, my life changed. It's not the most exciting tale, but would you care to listen? My father was once Lord Constable of Serendia. Then one day, he was exiled. He was accused of deeply offending the king. As the scales tipped, I lived recklessly. I wallowed in the arms of a woman named Roxanne. Alfonso, ever earnest, had eyes only for Princess Jarette. I wished him the best. Then, suddenly, the Princess of Calpheon, who was married to one of the princes of Serendia, died. Calpheon pinned the blame on Serendia and waged war against us. In the ensuing war, my father was killed. Consumed with anger and grief, I enlisted in the army alongside Alfonso. I still remember the moment I reclaimed my father's sword from the blood-soaked battlefield. We were on the cusp of victory when Princess Jarette was taken hostage. Alfonso proposed the formation of a rescue party. His intentions were clear. He wanted to make a name for himself, elevate his status, and win the heart of his love. However, it was I who ended up rescuing the princess locked in the tower. Alfonso, unable to contain his eagerness, wounded his leg. The rescue operation did not go as intended. General Cliff used me as a decoy to escape with the princess. As a strategist, it was the obvious choice. I was left to survive by the skin of my teeth and return to Heidel. Upon my return, I learned Serendia had been defeated. The king had surrendered and was now a duke. The Calpheon army then swept across Serendia, reducing Montverdel to ruins as a stark example. Then I began courting Jarette. Alfonso, in shock from all that transpired, went into seclusion. A year later, when the Duke returned from the war tribunal, Jarette and I pledged to marry. In that moment, the sole survivor of a crumbling family became the heir to an entire country. Shortly after, I became Grand Chamberlain, overseeing affairs of state in the Duke's stead. Now, with unfettered access to our nation's secrets, I learned of everything that had occurred during the war. My parents passed away while resisting Calpheon's attack on the Western Front. That tragedy was avoidable and born entirely from General Cliff's misjudgments. I couldn't stand the sight of him, so I demoted him and sent him to the outskirts of Balanos. Calpheon then constructed a black crystal extraction facility in the Western Swamp, keeping its output for themselves. It was only then that I came to understand the princess's death had been but an excuse to wage war, to obfuscate their true intentions. Moreover, the subject of my youthful affections, Roxanne Fiaza, was discovered to be a Calpheonian spy. By plunging Serendia's royal family into chaos, Calpheon created an excuse to attack. She orchestrated the princess's kidnapping and delivered Calpheon their victory on a silver platter. There were many questions I wished to ask her, but alas, she had already taken her own life. Ever since then, I've been living desperately to set things right again. Calpheon stole everything from my country. Feels good to get that tail off my chest after so long. Give my proposal. An opportunity like this doesn't knock twice. I trust you understand. And yes, it pertains to the White Witch you've been seeking. There's a theory suggesting she's connected to the disappearances we're investigating in southern Serendia. But for now, evidence is merely circumstantial. So there's I've prepared a special meal for you.
Why can't they understand that? Are you back from meeting Sir Jordine? How did it go? Did he say anything? Well, there's nothing more we can do for now. Let's get some rest and reconvene tomorrow. The Jean Merchant Guild would bring great profit to Heidel.
Jordine, what could he have done to provoke such a response from Calpheon?
How could this happen? Tell me! Why are they tormenting us like this? Adventurer, what?
Don't cry, Lady Jarette. The heir of Serendia should not shed tears over such matters.
Calpheon ordered us to disband our army by day's end. Hence, even I was summoned from Balanos. The imp issue is far from resolved, yet they demand a hasty disbandment. This spells trouble. Jordine, what could he have done to provoke such a response from—
To be forced to dismiss the army at a time like this? Joe, what will you do now? It's your first time laying eyes on me, unhelmed. It is I, Baron Alfonso Rhundi of Montverdel. Once the power of the Black Stone faded, I regained my true form. Handsome, aren't I? The disbandment order applies to my domain as well, so I rushed here to inform— I'm just waiting here while the Grand Chamberlain is having a private audience with him. Why did I drag myself to Heidel? Did you not already knock some sense into me? Thanks to Lady Isobelle, I've managed to reconcile with Jerry. Not quite there yet with Joe, though. Even though they rule over us, it's an order I simply cannot comprehend.
Did you rest well? The world has changed overnight. It appears we have another busy day ahead. Captain Cliff has urgently requested my assistance. The Shadow Knights have long been deemed heretics in Calpheon, and Calpheon has persistently sought to address this thorn in its following your visit to the extraction mill. They struck under cover of night, laying waste to the... It must have been Sir Edmund who reported the incident to Calpheon, and then the disbandment order was delivered. Heretics were discovered in the Protectorate. Thus, the need to root out potential traitors justified their order to disband.
What? Oh, don't tell me. You're framing him? What, are you...
Lady Jarette, please, calm down. This adventure...
Oh my. Come to think of it, Lady Jarette was the first person to have met the adventurer after they awoke.
That's right, Jerry. Think about it. Remember all they've done for us. They probably didn't even know who the Shadow Knights were.
What business did the Grand Chamberlain have with them? Was it black crystals? Sacrificial offerings of...
The king? The Shadow Knights seek a king now? Master Alustin, it was just as you so...
Indeed. It seems they aim to revive the Monarch of Darkness, Belmorn.
Belmorn? Captain, was Belmorn not the old king who ruled the fallen Hex...
Lady Jarette, our chief concern should be the disbandment order. In the meantime, we will uncover the lair of those
What are you talking about, Captain? Are you suggesting that we station Calpheon's army within...
Accept the disbandment order first. It will prove to Calpheon that we have no allegiance to the heretics. And then, before Calpheon's forces march into Serendia for a full-scale investigation, Alfonso, the adventurer, and I must locate the base of those...
Lady Jarette, Captain Cliff's judgment is sound. Should Calpheon uncover any, Serendia would once again fall victim.
Damn it! I don't understand a word of what any of you are saying.
Silence! Have you forgotten what those Calpheon bastards did to me? You dare ask me to call in...
My lady! Lady Jarette!
Would the Grand Chamberlain truly accept that? A man who took great pains to raise an army just to strike at Calpheon? It won't be easy.
Is this true? Alfonso, did you know?
What? It's true, Jen. Captain Cliff. If you had known, you would have marched to Heidel with the handful of troops you had. It's one thing for me to cross him. I've some degree of sovereignty.
If it's true, we're dealing with a far graver issue. Yet, if he is now bracing for a war with Calpheon...
It seems there's no time left to lose. We must take action now. Adventurer, go to the council chamber immediately and keep an eye on the Grand Chamberlain. If the Shadow Knights approach him now, you're the only one who can stop them. Please, we'll persuade Lady Jarette.
Adventurer, please save him.
If the Shadow Knights approach him now,
Your Grace, you've seen it for yourself. The foundations that Medea built itself upon.
Yes, Grand Chamberlain. I know it well.
Then why do you hesitate? Your Grace, why do you think Calpheon took over Serendia? Black crystals. The black crystals. It's because of those black crystals. Reclaiming the rights to the black crystals will allow Serendia to prosper once more. We can welcome back the days of glorious splendor.
Grand Chamberlain, I am terrified.
You must remain resolute. The taxes are only temporary measures. If we can reclaim rights to the Black Crystal business, we can return the taxes to the people.
But how can we claim victory against Calpheon?
We have already completed the initial trials. If we supply harpies, sawnills, and trolls with pure black crystals, they will provide ample distraction for Delphi and Trina Knights. If we seize an opportunity, we can take the Chief Counselor's head.
Isn't it all too obvious? They've already seen right through you.
Already?
Is this...
Sir Edmund? What are you doing here?
Glory to the sunlight upon the eagle's feathers, Your Grace.
Speak.
I will be extraditing the Grand Chamberlain Jordine Ducas to Calpheon.
Bastard, how dare you! I'm sorry, Grand Chamberlain. I was fearful.
Your Grace! Sir Jordine, you'd be wise to come quietly. You must stand trial before the Calpheon court. The trial will be fair, and if found innocent, Calpheon will compensate Serendia properly.
My fate does not end here. Not like this. This calls for a change of plan.
As I suspected, the Shadow Knights! You're the one who... Quickly! Execute the traitor of Calpheon! At once!
Sir Edmund, this isn't what you promised.
Where is he? Jordine.
Somebody please help!
Adventurer, you too. I truly believed you'd understand. Your Grace, there's no turning back now. Rest assured, you and the Lady Jarette will not be harmed.
Jordine, why on earth are you doing this?
For the glory, for the splendor of Serendia.
Jordine!
Adventurer, what in the world happened? Sir Edmund? Impossible. A knight of the Callous Parliament was used as a pawn? Father? Father! Are you okay?
Oh, Your Grace, please, pull yourself together. Oh, good grief. Wait! Did you say Jordine disappeared with the Shadow Knights? Adventurer, head to where you first witnessed Jordine with the Shadow Knights. That watchtower. There's said to be a secret chamber beneath it. Master Alustin believes that to be their headquarters. We must stop them.
correct.
All has been set in motion. Bear witness.
The mark of darkness shall descend upon us. We shall emerge from the depths of this abyss. Finally comes to us.
Before the Almighty, the King of Hexa has returned!
Jordine, you finally succumbed to the darkness?
Ah, of course. I always knew it would come to this. Come at me.
Joe! Come back to your senses!
Are you afraid of me? Face me! Seems I need more time to get accustomed to this body. Meldor.
Take cover!
Jordine.
That damn Jordine! To the very end! Does he not realize this path leads only to ruin? Jerry must be worried. Let's head back to Heidel for now, adventurer.
Protector of Serendia. I have been awaiting. More importantly, her ladyship is waiting. Would you kindly follow me?
Adventurer, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you? Father, he's been bedridden all this time. The shock has caused him great pain. What of Sir Jordine? You didn't kill him, did you? Al, tell me it's not true. He was your friend, wasn't he? Oh, what am I supposed to do?
Jerry, dry your eyes. I'm here for you.
Adventurer, can you spare a moment to speak? As the protector of Serendia, I believe you must be kept abreast of the current situation. As you can see, His Grace is not in good health. Late Alfonso will step in to fill Jordine's vacancy, and so the most important task now falls to you. Will you hear me out? According to Master Alustin, your destiny leads you down this path. Even stop Jordine. No, stop Belmore. Lady Isobelle will continue to assist you. He was once my protege.
Adventurer, if you find him, tell him that I await him still. And as for you, proud protector of Serendia, we have prepared a place for you here to call. When the road of adventure wears you thin, you can always... Adventurer, thank you for protecting Serendia.
Adventurer, never forget your strength, your resilience. It is my estimation that the Shadow Knights likely tried to make contact with you. Perhaps they deliberately wanted you to interact with a high-purity black crystal when they sensed your power. They might have mistakenly assumed that Belmorn had awoken. Once they realized you were not, in fact, Belmorn, they let you found an empty relic with Eden and Yaz, correct? That likely... It has been nearly a decade since the star fell upon the ancient stone chamber. Adventurer, never forget your strength, your resilience. I suspect that Belmorn is also related to the Black Spirit. I believed that you, a Black Spirit symbiote, might be able to... An assumption that I'm embarrassed to admit. Adventurer, never forget your strength. In all honesty, yes. You're a Black Spirit. Should our objectives converge, we hope that you'll cooperate with us. Fear not. Adventurer, never forget your strength. I apologize, but I cannot tell you just yet. Perhaps... Adventurer, never forget you've more than proven your valor already. Eden, Orwin, Yaz, and I are tirelessly seeking solutions. Until then, it would be wise to avoid crossing paths. Adventurer.
It feels like I'm meeting an old friend, Adventurer. Oh, why ask me something like that so suddenly? Ah, yes. I did hear that you lost your memory. My family, like you, weren't originally from Serendia. I once asked my grandfather where we came from. He just smiled and looked in. It feels like I'm meeting an old friend, Adventurer. It was my fault. I misjudged the enemy's route and strengthened our forces at the capital. Instead, I didn't know it then. It was only after the war ended that I realized just how wrong my judgment had been. So when Jordine ostracized me, I obediently complied. I thought it was best that I keep my distance from him. It feels like I'm meeting an old friend, Adventurer. I was their swordsmanship master when they were boys. During the Calpheon War, they were my most trusted subordinates. As soon as they enlisted, things began to take a turn for the better. Soon we had our... They were really remarkable lads. If it weren't for Roxanne, that sordid wench, victory would have been ours. It feels like I'm meeting an old friend, Adventurer. I've let Jordine's disdain for me. I'll assist the Duchess and current Grand Chamberlain with stabilizing Heidel. And when it seems like this old man is losing his marbles, it feels like I'm meeting an old friend, Adventurer. We've made significant progress since you defeated Rednose and Geath, but we're continuing to clear up the remnants, but those bastards are... Once we've made some headway, I'm considering... It feels like I'm...
Adventurer, never forget your strength.
Warm greetings to you. Protect first and foremost. We must prove that in order to do that, if Jordine falls into warm greetings to you. The truth is, those troops were... Honestly, those soldiers could just... Warm greetings to you. Protector of Serendia.
Adventurer, thank you for protecting Serendia. Yes. How can I ever forget him? He left all on his own. I will embrace him for an Adventurer, thank you for protecting Serendia. I had no idea. Or did I? The ledger of that wretched girl at Elda Farm, the mercenary, the standing army. But now, I can... Adventurer...
Warm greetings to you. Protector of Huh. Even you're greeting me like that? I'll say this as it's you, but it's making me uncomfortable. That Jordine left so many affairs unresolved. I'm completely consumed. If he was planning to descend the world... Warm greetings.
Our paths, our destined adventurer. Never forget your strength, your resilience. Regrettably, the Duke, the shock must have been...
Adventurer, I hope you will forgive. Well, the former Grand Chamberlain was quite exceptional in many ways. Still, being a student of General Cliff and having ruled a territory of his own, he should have... Adventurer, I hope you will forgive... No. She only acts intimidating in the presence of others. If that were the case, wouldn't... Adventurer, I hope you will forgive... I was the one who trusted the words of that wicked woman, Roxanne, during the war and evacuated Lady Jarette. She still doesn't trust me. With His Grace no longer around, I'll probably retire soon. Adventurer, I hope...
I thought only the Fogans wrought so... Thanks to all thanks... I thought only the
I knew that this... Thanks to you, well, I'm sure that... I knew...
If you need anything, please let me know. She had white clothes in her wardrobe, certainly. But she didn't wear them every day. But what makes you ask? It's not common for nobles to dress in white. If you need anything, please let me know. And she was Prince Antonio's consort, as well as the woman behind the kingdom's downfall. I don't know the details. All I know is that His Grace took her in and raised her as his own. Such an ungrateful, wretched woman. How could she have dared repay his kindness in such... If you need anything, please let me know. Yes, that's right. There was also a third, Prince Vittorio. Alas, they have all since departed this world. His Grace was said to be very bright and full of vigor in his youth. But after losing his 3 beloved princes, he became a shell. If you need anything...
Oh, I promised you something in return for completing the mission, right? I don't know why you're collecting black stones, but if we're to... Anyway, let's set off for Calpheon now. I'll leave first with Povios. Let's meet at the entrance of the Rookie, you're here. From here on, it's...